sort of growth mindset as
Yes.
I'm like drifting off asleep to like set the tone, right, for what it is. So, it really is a compound effect in all aspects of your life if you see your life as all of these different systems that have the ability to expand, right? Because as they expand and they're harmonious, you get this extraordinary energy and build this great foundation that you grow into the ideal version of yourself,
Yes.
because that's ultimately everybody's goal. I think a lot of people have interesting ideas that are one step away from, man, if you just thought about it like this and approached it like this, here's where your actual opportunity.
It's 5:53 p.m. Just got off the bus at 5:30. Come home to dog boo boo all over the floor. I'm thinking about how last night this female comes home and I'm in bed, like should be going to sleep, and like it's my, she's coming home like at 9, that little after 9. I'm laying down, like I'm done. I already ate for the day. I had my sweets. I had my extra snacks. I'm straight. And then she comes in out of nowhere, right? Because I'm being distant and I'm laying down. She comes out of nowhere and she asks for a hug, and I'm like, wow, that's different. Hug, which is out of the ordinary. And I'm just lit up. There's like a fire in me. I'm like, oh, I want more, more. You're supposed to be focused right now, because when I was on the way home from work, because yesterday same thing today, exact same schedule. Left the house 5:15. I'm taking the bus back and getting here at 5:30 p.m. That is a great day to me. I'm satisfied. And it's construction, demolition. I like that type of work. So on the bus ride home, I was like, I normally don't like being in crowds. I don't like, because I know people are looking at me because I'm tall, whatever. That's where my brain goes. But yesterday on the bus, I was like, hold your head high, let them look, be at peace. And I get that way, particularly when I'm on retention. When I go on long streaks, I'm like, yes, hold your head high. And so I was telling myself on the bus ride home yesterday, I was like, bro, I want to keep this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this to go. But then this girl just gives me a hug, and I'm trying to release already. And she don't even want nothing to do with it. Still, that night, I think it's because I made some food, right? For myself. Some fucking chicken with no seasoning, barely, just pepper and a little bit of salt. Because I'm trying to check my sodium. I cooked it and I said, hey, I made extra portions if you want it. She said, can you heat it up for me? I'm laying the fuck down, ready to go to sleep. And you're asking me to do some shit for you. And that shit really ticked me off. I'm like, wow, you're not even dating this female and you're still her bitch. Had me get the fuck up out of my comfort zone to do some shit for you, and you didn't even eat that shit. But it's like, nah, I knew I was all wrong because I was gonna sleep in there because she said, let's hang out. And I'm like, nah, I've been sleeping on the couch. I'm gonna go back to my motherfucking couch. But the thing is that my negative talk got so negative, so bad because of that I'm overeating. I got a big box of chips and stuff, but I'm pretty good with monitoring it. But last night I like ate 4 bags. I ate all my granola bars, which doesn't make any fucking sense because it's supposed to be for the morning. So I didn't have my granola bars this morning because I ate that shit last night. So I just overate. I got like double portions of ice cream. And because when I eat late at night, I'm like, fuck myself. I hate myself. You stupid, you little bitch. And then the fact that I'm like calling myself names because this girl, like basically I'm her servant. Like, oh, you fucking servant. Whatever. Talking shit to myself. Because when I wake up on the couch, I just look at the clock and I can see it clear as day. I don't have to check my phone or nothing. I can see where the clock is. This is the time, like, oh, time to get up. I kind of halfway didn't expect myself to get up because I stayed up late and I overate last night, which is a bad combo for me. But I woke up and I was like, you know what? Let's get it because we got to.
This thing not finding that way, I know how to look at that again in the future. you go once you've created everything into such a system and your knowledge becomes so deep, you transition to efficient, effortless, intuitive decision making. Ultimately, that financial aspect of it led me to like, you have to like learn like exactly what you want out of money, and ultimately like what do you what does money mean to you. And I think like when I finally, that was like a huge breakthrough, because I was in that state of just keep working hard and just keep trying to make money, and eventually you will make so much money that you can figure it out. Right, rather than like really understanding money, understanding like what you want it for and what it provides you, and then learning to grow money, assets, and value was a huge changer for me, because I grew, I quit high school, had a normal, hardworking, middle class family from Ohio. They never had any money. It's like nobody taught me. I was raised by entrepreneur wolves, and it was just like, risk over everything. Like, go, if you want to do it, you got to go do it. When I was young, in my fantasy factory and robbing big days, when I was just, doing thing after thing. Okay, now I got this television platform. I'm going to do this and this. Okay, I'm going to start this show. Like when I'm just doing thing after thing, I used to say, like Deer Deck Enterprises, our money's fearless, right? Because scared money doesn't make money. And it's
All that just to say, speak positive, bro. Do not say it, because that's always something, a bad recipe for me, is speaking negative to and about myself.
like, that is a very valid statement, but my money wasn't fearless, it was reckless, right? It was like, I wasn't doing calculated risk investments. I was just being reckless with money, right? So I thought it was more a badge of honor, to make a million and lose a million, right? Versus like really understanding that no, it is about.
But I was thinking about how my data set, my paradigm, my mindset back then was a little garbage with the money, a little garbage with the self identity, that you don't want to let somebody down, so you're not going to tell them what it's got to be. You got to stand on business, brother. Tell them what it's going to be, and that's it. Love.
Long-term value growth that someone like me would have never learned.
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to